Welcome to Tower Gardening Made Easy, and I'm Sherry. Well, today we're going to be finally harvesting some green beans off of the Blue Lake green bean tower that's behind me. But before we do that, let's take a walk in time. So I did a video a few weeks ago called Bad Seed, Big Lesson. And in that video, I had to take apart the entire tower and clean it out because the seed that I used just wasn't meant for the tower. And that's okay. It was a learning curve and I understand it. However, I did a part two, which was what I did different. And I'm going to take both of those videos and put them at the top of the description so you can see them. But what you see behind me is the Blue Lake. Now, I'm not an affiliate of Botanical Interest, but I love this seed. And I've already done a very small harvest to test them out, and the beans are delicious. So today what I want to do is I want to go ahead, I want to harvest these green beans, and then I've got a special for you guys. We're going to go upstairs and we're going to take some of those beans and we're going to make another recipe. And this one's called Rotisserie Chicken Fried Rice. That's not only healthy, but it's super easy and it's really, really tasty. So I want you to stay tuned to the end to watch that. So let's go ahead and start harvesting. Welcome back, everyone. But before we start to get into the harvest, I just thought it would be a nice idea to just take a little bit of a tour so you can actually see this tower and what it produces. So what you're seeing right here is the little white flower that's, it's got a little hint of purple to it. And then as the flower matures, it falls off and it produces this lovely fruit, which is the green bean, the Blue Lake bush bean to be exact. And it's just gorgeous. And if you look at the foliage is just that beautiful green color. But as it starts to mature, and most of these leaves are, it's like a chartreuse color. So that's how you know that your nutrients and your pH is on point. Now, I have some leaves in the tower, and I'm going to try to get down so you can see them just a little bit. And this is going to happen on the tower if it's indoors. So right here, and this is my term, it's not a technical term. It's like a little bit of rusting. And it just means that it's mature. It's probably not getting enough light because there's so much foliage. And I'm going to back up now so you guys can really see how big this tower is and how full it is. And if you haven't caught that video, I'll post that one too, of the time lapse where I put the camera on the inside of the tower. And there's about almost 2 minutes worth of growth. So you can see it from the greens to the flower to the green beans. So she is just lovely. And then you can just see how these form. Look at that. Look at this beautiful vine right here. So this tower is just chock full of that. So we're going to go ahead and take some of these beans off. And I think while I have you guys and while we're doing this video, I think I'm going to do a little bit of pruning too. And show you on the inside how important airflow is. So, okay, let's start that now. All right, so let's go ahead and harvest our green beans and just do a little bit of pruning before we go upstairs and start cooking. All right, so I'm going to do the beans first. For this recipe, it calls for, I think, about a cup of just beans, and then you're going to be slicing them in the video. All right, so I'm going to just kind of get in here and see what we got. I mean, there's so many. So many. If you guys are around tomorrow at 11, definitely catch my podcast because I'm going to be talking about this particular tower and what to do when there's so many beans and you really need to get them off in this young stage so they don't start to grow the actual bean inside. Those don't taste as good. I've got a little tip for that. So let me grab some of these that are in the front. And then I really just want to get in there. And as I'm doing that, I'm probably going to, if I see a leaf, I'm probably going to pull it. So on the inside, and I'm going to show you because it'd be hard to get the camera in here. So here's an example. Okay, so I know my nutrients are fine and my pH is fine. This is just not getting light and it's on the inside. So there's no airflow because the canopy is so thick. It's okay. 99% of the tower is just fine. So it's all right. You just got to trim it back and create the message to the mother vein of each plant that's on here to go, hey, make some more beans. And that's what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm just going to very gently just kind of look in here I mean, the foliage is just amazing. Like here's a couple leaves that and I'm going to go ahead and just clip it. You know, we don't need it. We're good. But as I see the beans, I'll grab those too. Here's one. And it's on that time lapse video that I was talking about. Um, to watch it in the stage really fast because it's on a time lapse. I think it was every 15 minutes it was snapping a picture. So when you speed it up a little bit and then you start to watch it, it's pretty impressive, like how fast they grow. Like here's some good ones. So the recipe, but need about a cup unless you really want a lot in there. So there's a lot of beans in here. So let me grab these. I don't want them to get too big. I've got some really great stuff coming up, guys. So you definitely want to stay tuned. There's a video that I'm going to work on in a few minutes today, probably today, later today. I don't know that I'll have a time to post it. But I had something really special happen yesterday by accident. By moving a vine on one of the towers, I discovered something and I was like, whoa, what happened? So I don't want to ruin that surprise. That'll be coming up very soon. Okay, so we got a few leaves in here that I want to pull. They're just not getting that airflow, not getting the light. There we go. So here's an example. Very healthy, but they're just not getting light. And now that I can have the windows open in the room, that's, a beautiful thing. Because not only do I have my fans, but I have that natural breeze living in Newport, 3 streets from the water, that's just constantly circulating around the house. So it's really, really great. Although I hear we have some type of nor'easter on Thursday. I'm like, I don't know about that. So what do we got down here? It's really important to thin out your towers. So if you haven't seen me do it, I did it to the pepper, I did it to the tomato, and it just creates more growth. So the more that you prune it back, it's sending the message to the plant to, okay, go ahead and fruit. And there's more room to do that. So I've already had one really good harvest off of this to make that recipe. So I could work that up for you. Oops. No throwing the beans away. What do we got in here? Okay. Lots. We got lots. And it's amazing how fast this grows. I'm just amazed at the timing. So if I have too much for the dish, then I'm going to be saving them. And I'm gonna if you're doing beans on a tower, you're definitely gonna need the trellis, this cage they call it, because they just get really heavy, and you want to separate the leaves the best that you can, so that it gets the airflow. And go ahead, just snap that off. I mean, that's just the front. I mean, there's so many beans. It's great to separate them. And also, too, those white clips that I use occasionally, those ones that on the website where you twist them like the barrette balls. I had to use those when the seedlings went in because they just shot this huge vine up. And it's very top heavy and it's going everywhere. And then eventually it doesn't need it anymore, but initially it does. And again, those things are worth weight in gold. Those and those little covers that you find on the website too. So let me just get back here. Some more beans back here. They're so funny too. They get caught and they take on a whole like round shape because they're caught in between the leaves. What's going on down here? All right, so we got some browning. That's okay. That's probably a light issue. And this is the first time that I've actually thinned out the tower. I wanted to do that with you guys on camera so that you can see that, not only does it help the plant, but, I want you guys to see that it's okay to do that. Another reason too, I was doing that time lapse video for 2 weeks. So I didn't really want to disturb it too much. But the camera is down kind of like here on the floor, and there's all kinds of beans down here, big beans. I was really hoping it was going to catch some, and it did. Yes, all down here. And we'll clean up the floor later. But yeah, here's some more that just didn't get that light. That's okay. Another thing too to catch the podcast tomorrow is that I'm going to be talking about the lights that we're working under. Somebody brought up a really good question. So if you're going to watch this in time, like down the road, it will be episode in the podcast. It'll be episode number 9, talking about the tower lights and are they healthy for your eyes? Somebody brought up a really good point. So I want to go through that in the podcast. So if you're interested in that, definitely catch it. But if you're catching it on the repeat, it would be the podcast episode 9. So I don't think I'm going to have to use all these in the dish, but I'm here, so I might as well grab them. And so lots of leaves back here that needs to come out. It's just a little too full. And they're a little damp, so something must be pressing on that rock wall that's making them come out. So we don't want any moisture back here. Definitely want to keep them on the drier side. Yeah, this particular plant is really big back here, so watch the course as I go down. If you guys caught my video over the weekend of cleaning out the cucumber, saving the cucumber in the celery tower, that was a pretty impressive live. It's about 3 hours long, but I put a bunch of chapters in there so that you can actually see what I was doing. But yeah, that tower needed to be cleaned, and now the seedlings are will be a week on Saturday, so it's been a few days. They look okay. Definitely lost a little bit of the leaves and some of the celery, but it's happier now with that water change. I can already tell by the color of the leaves. And that was quite the undertaking because, again, I'm 100% indoors and it's not like I can tip over that basin of 20 gallons of water. So I had to reverse pump it out and then fill it. And I'm doing it from a sink that's in my bathroom. So I am all in at this point. Very, very, very dedicated to this channel, to my community, to you guys. Couldn't do this without you. I had a very nice comment from someone this morning, as a matter of fact, talking about why YouTube's not pushing my channel. I don't know, but here's a secret that I've learned. Please leave a comment, ask a question, because the more comments that come in, the more YouTube is going to push the channel out. And that would be a wonderful thing because then we're bringing more people in. And as we talk together as a community, we help each other, support each other on what we're doing, what our needs are. So please do that. I would really appreciate that. But she said to me, she goes, I can't believe I haven't found your channel. So, I was like, I'm sorry, I guess, I'm doing my best. Our community is definitely growing, but I don't think YouTube likes to push young channels. So not much I can do about that. But I will say that the people that are here are loving it. The hours that you guys are watching, it's beautiful. I can see everybody. You know, if they need something, they're going to the website, and I'm there for you. Listen, you can contact me. There's ways of getting a hold of me through the website or just emailing me at TowerGardening at gmail.com. So I'm happy to help you. And as a matter of fact, the recipe that we're going to do in a little bit is I'm going to put that on top of the videos in the description. It's going to be a PDF. So all you got to do is just click on the PDF and you'll be able to download it. Okay. So please do. It'll just make it a little bit easier for you um, when you want to cook. So you'll have all of the instructions and the ingredients right in front of you. So again, the channel is called Tower Gardening Made Easy for a reason, because I just want everybody to be able to, you know, to do what we're doing and really grow something and then take it from your tower to your table and stay out of the grocery stores. So I'm almost done just grabbing some of these leaves. But as you can see, it's really just good to check, you know, get in here. And like I said, I wasn't able to do it because of the camera, and it looked from the outside that it was doing okay. But I can see now that there's a few blonde leaves that need to come out because it's just not getting the light. And I really just want this to continue to grow and produce some more beans by producing more flowers. Here's more beans. This is amazing that you've gotten this much. And this is the second harvest, like I said. So I'm actually trying to pull some of the greenery on top of the cage, because that way they'll be able to you know, get the light that they need. I don't really mind if it hangs a little bit on the floor, because I just want it to get airflow and continue to grow. There's another good one right there. But I was amazed how fast this grew. It was just like every day coming down here and going, wow, this is pretty impressive. Getting bigger and taking over the room. But yeah, I've got some stuff in here in the room that's kind of shock some people. There we go. There's a cluster right there. They're so cute when they grow, the beans. They grow in these little clusters. And you just snip them off. And they're so yummy. Oh my gosh, these were so delicious. So delicious. Oops. Bean on the floor. Okay. All right. So I really think that that's more than we need for the dish, but I'm going to go ahead and save them probably for another meal as well. And I think what we do now is we head on upstairs and let's go ahead and make our rotisserie chicken fried rice. So let's go.